Good evening. I'm Tim Sullivan, Chief Justice of the state's Housing Court Department, and I truly appreciate the chance to speak with you here tonight. In Housing Court, we put an emphasis on how people are treated. We know that most people don't come to the Housing Court because they're having a good day. Many of them come through our doors seeking help because they have serious problems in their lives and they don't know where to turn. Whether it's a tenant who is forced to live in substandard conditions because of a negligent landlord who doesn't care to maintain the property, or a property owner who is at risk of losing their home to foreclosure because a tenant stopped paying the rent. Whatever the reason litigants come into our court, and regardless of the outcome of their case, we want to take every reasonable step to be sure that they can leave the process with their dignity intact and in the full satisfaction that they were treated with respect. That's the very least that any litigant can expect in Housing Court, regardless of their race or country of origin. We do this by keeping a focus on two things: our hiring practices and careful attention to the user experience. This was particularly important given the terrible effect that the COVID-19 pandemic has had on communities of color. Physical access to our courts have been severely restricted for public health reasons. And we understand the extreme difficulty this has created for our underserved populations. We therefore expanded access to our court through various electronic means, including Zoom, email, e-filing, a virtual clerk's counter that is staffed every day, and we even maintain active presence on the telephone line whenever necessary. We also publish an abundance of updated information on our website, such as written instructions on how to connect to our court staff through Zoom, or how to e-file documents to us, how landlords and tenants can seek rental assistance or obtain free legal advice, and many other similar such resources. This is also one of the reasons we've begun to collect race data in Suffolk County. As a local legislator recently put it, things that get measured get done, and things that get measured get improved. We want to know in Housing Court if there are any disparities in treatment or outcome, and if so, how can we most appropriately address those concerns? Our collection of race data has only begun recently, but we're hopeful that this pilot will provide us with valuable information necessary to further ensure that your experience in Housing Court will be a positive one. And we don't measure our effectiveness by whether one party or the other wins their case. Rather, we measure our effectiveness by the way people are treated by every member of our staff that they come into contact with. In Housing Court, we pride ourselves on making sure that the makeup of our staff reflects the communities we serve. Otherwise, how can anybody who looks different than us expect to be fully understood or appreciated? It's critical that our staff is a reflection of the larger community and that your confidence in what we're doing is not shaken. This is one reason why I'm so proud to have appointed the very first acting clerk magistrate in Housing Court of Hispanic descent in one of our courts that serves a community that is 70% Hispanic. This to us is not complicated, but it is critically important that we keep our eyes and ears open always. And in that spirit, I respectfully ask that tonight's discussion not be a one-time event, but rather the beginning of an ongoing conversation with Housing Court, so that we can continue to improve our operation and better serve the community. If we don't meet our expectations, we need to hear that from you. We hope that our strong desire to get it right is aided by your ongoing input, so that regardless of how cases result in our court, all people can be assured that they will be treated with respect, and they will walk away from the process feeling good about it because of the kindness, the service, and the professionalism that they've experienced at every level. So I want to thank you again for the privilege of joining with you tonight for this important conversation. And I certainly look forward to hearing from you throughout the evening. Thank you very much.